Good morning, family.
Good morning.
My name is Minister in Training. I'll leave out officer. My name is Minister in Training Avery Babon. Welcome to Living in Light Church, which is an independent spiritualist church. Our Sunday service is on the first and third Sunday of each month. Please turn off or silence any cell phones, as we do not want them interrupting our service. Once again, my name is Avery Babon, and I will be Minister in Training Avery Babon, and I will be chairing the service for today. We have coffee and bottled water available at the back of the church service, and our restrooms are in the other side of the building over there, next to the building to the right as you go out. What was that? Out the door. We welcome you to browse our selection of library books in the very back. As we ask for a $1 donation to check out our book, check out a book that you may keep for up to 6 months. We have a healing book in which you are welcome to add names of those people who you would like to see receive healing. Opposite that page is where you can put names of those who have crossed over to the other side recently. If you are new to Billets on the third Sunday, this is where you can ask questions of spirit, written on a piece of paper and folded. You then identify the paper with a personal symbol so that you know when your question is being read anonymously. You may do so between now and towards the end of our service. You can think of a question and then just ask and just place a question mark. Excuse me. If you can't think of a question, you could just place a question mark on the inside. We are joined here today with myself and Reverend Bob Ingold. Okay. Let's see if there's any special note. Let us now stand and sing the opening hymn. Please remain standing after the song for the invocation. And today we'll be singing page number 7, He Leadeth Me.
What's that number again?
Hymn number 7, page number 7.
Page 7.
He leadeth me. Infinite Spirit, we stand before you in the sacred space with our hearts overflowing with gratitude and joined by a desire for peace, love, and understanding of our laws. We give thanks for the most perfect day, for this new opportunity to rejoice with each other and with our loved ones in spirit, knowing that we are not alone in our pain or in our joys. We give thanks individually and as a spiritual community for all of our blessings. May our spirit families, members, and friends continue to inspire us, and may loved harmony and infinite spirit be our unwavering companions as we continue on our journey. O loving God, amen. You may now be seated. In the front cover of our hymnals, we recite what is called the Declaration of Independence. Excuse me. Declaration, damn, that's the second, I've done that so many times. Declaration of Principles. This Declaration of Principles can be found in the inside cover of your hymnal books, and it will begin with number 1. Number 1, we believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. I inspire each and every one of you to take one of these principles and walk with them through your day. Now, before we move on to the healing, I would like to introduce Lynn to the podium, who is going to talk to us about Father's Day. Lynn, please.
Welcome. My name is Rev Lynn Rogers. I'm a UCM minister and also doing medium certification here at Living in Light. And I did my graduate work, wrote a book called Edgar Casey and the Eternal Feminine, which really explored the idea of masculine and feminine roles and archetypes throughout time. And I learned from researching early religions that in ancient cultures that had a sense of the deity partly as the mother, the goddess, that there was a role for men who were nurturing and protective. And one of that archetype was Brother Moon, who protected the weak. So I just wanted to honor this morning people who are fathers of biological children, and also people who may or may not be men who nurture and protect those in our community. And I think that's true of you, Robert, and very much so, and of you, Avery, and of many here, and of you, Eric. Those who have nurtured and protected and given fatherly help to help us grow and become all whom we are with us this morning, along with those who have, in addition, biological children. So I just wanted us to think about the mystery and the wonder of fatherhood. So happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you very much, Lynn. I appreciate that. Very beautiful speech. And now we will move on to the healing service. And will I be making that today?
Yes.
Since Reverend Sandra is not here. I will be leading that portion of the healing service now today, since Reverend Sandra Deckinger is not healed. I guess that means that she needs some healing today. So
We'll include her.
yes, we will definitely include her into that healing. So we have a healing book for those that are unable to attend the service. If you know of someone who you feel could use a healing and you have not done so, please add their name to that list right now. As part of the healing service, we will be singing the healing hymn and reciting the healing prayer. I will then ask the spiritual healers to station themselves at the healing service chairs and invite those of you who wish to receive a personal healing. If you would like a healing but have trouble getting to one of our healing chairs, please raise your hands and a healer will come to you. Please be aware that healing is about working energy provided by Spirit who have chosen the healing mediums to send their spiritual energy through. In order to become a certified commissioned healer, practicing healers need to provide at least 3 affidavits. If you feel you have received some benefit of healing, we ask that you fill out one of our affidavits to help them. Currently, myself, Charles, Stephen, and Reverend Sandra Deckinger need these affidavits. At this time, I ask that you remain seated as we now recite the healing hymn to help us get into a higher vibration of healing space and energy. The healing hymn is hymn number 109, He Healeth Me, verses 1 and 2. And now we will recite the healing prayer found in the hymnal books at the very first page. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. I now ask the spiritual healers to take their place as the healing chairs are now open to those who wish to receive the hands-on healing. The healers will ask your permission for the laying on of hands and will only touch your shoulders. If you do not feel comfortable with someone touching your hands, please let the healers know, and they will adjust themselves to make no contact. Hands are the focal point of spiritual energy coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed. It is helpful for the one in need to be mindful of the gift being shared and to think of themselves as being restored by this action. Now for the rest of us, I would like to offer a meditation, and it is recommended that you keep your arms and your legs unfolded while sitting in a relaxed state. This healing meditation will bring about a peaceful feeling to the group, which is conducive to the vibration of spirit. The Healing Lab Meditation. Surround yourself with a white light. Let it cocoon you in a gentle, billowy glow. Feel its warmth against your body. Now surround yourself with a gold light. Let that light layer over the white light. Begin to breathe in very deeply. Charge yourself with the power of spirituality. Feel that you are opening up the top of your head. Feel that you are relaxing. Feel that spiritual energy is coming through the very top of your head. Feel it spreading golden light all the way down through your head. Feel it enter your face. Let the energy move on down to your shoulders now. Let it encompass and heal you. Notice the feeling of strength and the feeling of no fear and no anxiety. Breathe in and out. Feel quiet peace. Feel the energy all the way down your back, to your thighs, to the knees, to the calves, to the ankles, until you are encompassed in this golden light, liquid feeling of quiet peace. Nothing disturbs you. Nothing bothers you. You are cocooned within this. I want you to feel the color blue. The color blue is tranquil. The color blue is peaceful. The color blue is calming. Now take a grass green light and put it right down the middle of yourself. Right down the middle of the body, where all the chakras are. The pituitary, the pineal, the thyroid, the pancreas, the reproductive. I want you to feel yourself now, going down an escalator. I want to count you down until you relax even deeper. 10. Feel yourself going deeper. 9. Nothing disturbs you. 8. The God consciousness is growing. 7. The Spirit is moving within you. 6. No illness in your body. 5. Breathing is regular. 4. The good within you has grown large. 3, 2, 1, 0. You get off the escalator in front of the doors. Doors are very symbolic of opening. Like our Lord said, knock, and it shall be open unto thee. Push open these doors, and there is a beautiful blue room. In the ceiling of this room is a stained circular skylight. And in this circle of this stained glass skylight are the colors gold, green, white, purple, and blue. You walk into the room, and you are very aware that there is a gurney or a couch with a white sheet on it. You get on the gurney, and you lie there staring up on this beautiful stained glass. In a moment, the stained glass begins to move, begins to rotate, and there is sunshine behind that stained glass. And like pinwheels of color, these colors begin to hit you. The blue, now royal, strong, calming. And then the gold, spirituality, high-mindedness. The purple, the highest form of spirituality, bringing your God center intact. The white for purity and the high spirit. And then the green, now circulating through your whole body to heal all the infected cells. Allow the colors to spiral and circulate through the whole body. Anyone else that is ill, you can put them in this lab to do the very same thing that you are doing for yourself today. You feel so at peace. There is nothing to fear. You know you are never really alone. You may feel you live alone, die alone, and are born alone, but you are never alone. The world is peopled by spirits that love you, and by a God that will never stop loving. This world is peopled by and a Christ consciousness that emanates through you, and a Holy Spirit that penetrates every cell. Say to yourself now, I am healed. I am healed forever. I am healed. I am healed. I am whole. I am positive and I am loving. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. This is the Healing Lab, where you can use your mind to make yourself well.
I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see your light. I see your love. I see who you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see your light. I see your love. I see who you are. I see your light. I see your love. I see who you are.
To the tribute of those who have crossed over. And for those in June, I'm going to add myself to that list as well. Please send the healing energy to children of the earth, the car that is speeding, emergency responders, doctors and nurses, and those who are in need. And this concludes the healing. This is the conclusion of the healing service. This concludes the healing portion of our service, and the healers are free to sit when they are done performing their healing. I would like to remind you that some of the healers are training to become commissioned healers and require a minimum of 3 affidavits as part of those for their requirement. If you receive a beneficial healing, we ask that you fill out an affidavit for their benefit, which we have available. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce our speaker for today, and that is Reverend Bob Deckinger. Jesus, wow, you're married to Sandy. Whoa.
I didn't know.
Reverend Bob Ingold. He comes from us, obviously from here. He's the founder of this church, by the way. Really love this guy. He's a father to me, so I consider him my dad. He takes really good care of me. He takes really good care of me and helped me become the minister in training that I am today. And so, before we hear from him, let us hear. Let's see, On Higher Ground, and which is page number 44. And we're going to skip verse 3. On Higher Ground. Oh, we should. Anyone else in here really warm, or is it just me?
It's just you.
It's just me. I guess I'm just a really hot guy, you know? I love saying that.
That goes without saying.
Well, thank you so very much, Tim. All right, so without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Reverend Bob Ingold.
Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you for coming today. I think at the conclusion of my talk, I think we're going to have Tim come up to do a song. Is that right? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well,
we're both the boss.
yeah. Well, it's no hidden fact that I've been attending seances. Both Avery and I have been attending seances weekly. These are the private ones that we have, and they always get little pieces of information for each week. And today I decided to do a talk on seances, but not just seances, but safe seances, because there's a difference if you want to start to do this on your own. The seance has a spooky aura to it, and it's a mystery, and it intrigues the public. Its founding came long before spiritualism ever started. And if anybody's wondering, this is a spiritualist church. The Greeks practiced listening to voices in underground temples. The Chinese practiced a form of spirit writing called Fuji, because they had a planchette with a stylus attached to it, and then this was placed on a flat surface which had sand or incense ashes on it, and as the planchette moved, and that stylus would make a mark, leaving a trace in the sand or the ashes. This was practiced as early as the 10th century to communicate with the deities. Oftentimes, the messages received were then transcribed and then shared with others later on. In medieval Europe, they practiced summoning spirits with the aid of witches. The mediums were called witches back then, though it was needed to be done underground because that was considered a heresy. Although seances were practiced in early times, the seance as we know it today arrived when the Fox sisters discovered spirits were trying to communicate with them back in 1848. This has established a foundation for the spiritualist movement. Because at first it was a sensation that brought many to see what the fuss was all about, while others tried to prove that this communication was a fake. The seance came about as a necessity for a more formal way to share the experience with spirit communications. Others discovered that they too had some mediumship skills, and the seance grew in popularity across the United States and also in Europe. It became fashionable for the upper class and even a president or two to attend one of these seances. Husbands would leave their wives for a night at the seance, but the wives accused their husbands of really wanting to go so they could oogle the Fox sisters who were attractive. As the Fox sisters' mediumship developed, other physical phenomena began to develop, like the playing of instruments when there's nobody there, voices coming from something called the spirit trumpet, and even materializations. Spirit could actually appear. Elisa, who is our physical medium in the seance department, because if she doesn't attend our seances, nothing happens. So she's the one that carries that energy. But anyway, Lisa has such a trumpet. And the spirits say that soon we will be able to start hearing voices coming through that trumpet. It's a thin metallic cone that amplifies voice vibrations. We are not allowed to touch it, or we might imprint our own energy on it, contaminating the energy that's already existing on the trumpet. So if you ever see a trumpet, ask before you're able to touch it, because the medium may not want you to touch it. The seances left the privacy of homes for stage demonstrations. And con artists also got into the business, and the reputation of seances has suffered ever since. Some mediums may have been legitimate, but they couldn't conjure up the physical mediumship that the public was expecting. And so they resorted to trickery. So they got caught, even though they might be a legitimate medium. No, you're not a medium. Those with a business sense made a invention called the Ouija board. I'm sure you all heard of that. This is way back in 1890. This would allow the curious also to participate in communication with the spirit without having to have a medium with them. The problem here is that anyone could go buy a Ouija board, and then without proper protection, with a prayer and a request for the highest intent, the door was open to any level of spirit. And some were of low enough level to cause trouble. And that is why there tends to be a negativity associated with the Ouija board. The popularity of the seance and the Ouija board were a result of the times. The Civil War had taken place, and there were many people that had passed on that were known through a lot of relations. And so there was a large audience for those who knew of a loved one that had departed. Spiritualism grew as more people wanted to hear from their loved ones. Camps and retreats were added to groups that couldn't hold continuous seances or events. Scientific skepticism, exposure to fraud, and changing religious beliefs have faded the seance. It is rare to find one here on the West Coast, as Spirit has confirmed. There are more in the East Coast and a lot more over in England. The seance starts in a dimly lit room. This is for the benefit of the mediums who don't have to deal with the distractions of sight. All that are present would gather around a table and hold hands together. Today we don't need to join our hands, but Spirit has requested that we put our hands on the table. With curtains or cardboard or even tinfoil to block out the outside light and the lights turned off, we gather around this table. I prefer to use cardboard because it's a lot easier to put up and take down rather than tinfoil. You got to kind of scratch at it and then put on a new one. We also have a bowl of water that we have present, as this aids in the production of ectoplasm, which is an agent needed for materialization and other physical phenomena. One night, I forgot to do this when we prepared for our trance, and one of the spirits said, that is why they had to replace it with water from a doggy bowl nearby. I felt bad after that, so I never forgot about it again. And ectoplasm is an energy converted from moisture that seems to be necessary for a physical phenomena. The session begins with a prayer to clear the air of any doubt about what is wished for. By asking for the highest and the best intentions of spirits and protection, the spirits will help prevent fewer, less desirable spirits from coming through. The amateur group that does not do this will attract any number of spirits that can cause trouble. A lot of people who hear of us practicing seances are quick to be alarmed that this is bringing in evil spirits. This is avoided by our prayers and a positive affirmation and a clear intentions, inviting only the higher evolved spirits to come through. As an example of this protection, working one evening, we held our seance on a full moon, the night of a full moon. Some of our regular spirits wanted to attend a festival for the moon. This is something they do on the other side. They announced that they would be leaving. Unknown to us at the time, they were providing the protection for less desirable spirits. And with them gone, lower spirits came in through the table and convinced me that we were going to be having a lot of flooding and I would not be able to hold church services. No one would be able to get to it. So I canceled the service, even though nothing happened. At their next seance, our regular spirits apologized and said that they would not be doing that again. On another occasion, I gave an opening prayer, and thinking of us as incarnated spirits, I welcomed us as earthbound spirits, because basically we are. When Avery went into trance, one of our guides was quick to point out that I had said earthbound spirits, and as a result, we had many earthbound spirits that were attracted to the seance, because I had invited them. I didn't realize I'd done that, but that's what happened. These are spirits who have crossed over but didn't make it all the way to the other side. They are stuck here as earthbound spirits. The guide also pointed out that I may not have intended to say what I did, but I was meant to say it to help those earthbound spirits continue towards the light. And with Lisa's direction, some actually did go to the light, that spirit confirmed, and I think even you saw some of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The table we use is a lightweight folding table. And I have a heavier table that's nearby that spirits seem to be interested in using, but the energy is different when we hold our public seances. In fact, that's going to be on the 28th. We have a public seance we're going to be holding, and we're charging people $30 to attend. But the energy is different. And some of the spirits that come through may be new to the table, and it wouldn't be fair for them to try to tilt a heavy table, so a lightweight table is going to be a lot easier for them. The spirits request raising our vibration through song. The act of us joining together in a common goal seems to be doing just that. The singing of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is one of the songs that we come up with, and it seems to attract spirits who are fans of baseball. The late Dennis Richmond, who was a news anchor for the 10 o'clock news, came through. He used to cover baseball games and visit us after hearing this song. It's interesting to note that lately we have not had to engage in the song, as the table will start tipping right away. Whether that's because they are tired of hearing our croning, or whether the energy level is just up so high that they can use it immediately, well, I'll leave that up to you. One time we got the lyrics messed up, and Dennis said that he was laughing.
Yeah.
When the table begins, it will start rocking. It'll start rocking back and forth as we try to keep our hands in sync with the motion. This can go on for a full minute until the table suddenly stops on two legs, poised for the first question. When we ask a yes or no question, the table will tilt down once for no and twice for twice. Twice for yes, and then tilt back up again. They can start to develop nuances with these answers. For example, an enthusiastic yes will drop hard. A soft tipping is usually a weak yes, kind of like sort of. If the answer is maybe, the table will usually start shaking sideways. Because I have seen the table sway a little bit, hesitate before answering, and then as if they were checking for the answers before actually giving it. The table has gone crazy sometimes by repeatedly touching down hard and swaying wildly more and more and more until it's about ready to flip over. And this usually happens when somebody asks a stupid question. It's like, suppose I were to say I'm going to have impending surgery. It's like, will the surgery go well? And the table will respond, yes. Are you sure it's going to go well? The table will respond, yes. Are you absolutely sure? And it's like, that's when the table starts going crazy and starts knocking up against me or something like that. So that's the experience that we've had. Let's see.
I have a funny story to tell about the table.
Okay, we'll wait for that. Okay.
Yeah.
The table can also count, such as in asking how old the spirit is. And we have learned to try to shorten the answer by going in groups of 10 or 20 years to nail it down. In the beginning, we had some pretty old spirits, and it took a long time to figure out what their age was. 1, 2, 3. They can also use the table to tip out alphabet numbers in order to learn a spirit's name. One of our main guides did not want to give away their identity for several sessions because they were a famous medium in England. Then they finally tapped out the letter C, and we tried to guess the name. Elisa who is the physical medium, finally guessed Claire. And so we referred to her by the name of Claire. And it wasn't until recently that we found out that the name was actually Gordon. And the Claire was kind of an inside joke. They play on the words for clairsentient, clairvoyant, things like that. Our spirit friends promise that we will soon hear voices coming from the trumpet that Lisa provides at every seance. We have marbles and feathers and even some stuffed toys present in the hopes that someday these things will move. And actually it just did in her last seance. But we had to sing again to get the energy up even higher. And Avery saw a ball move. Mm-hmm. And we could hear noises from time to time, like a creak or something. One of our regular spirits is Samantha, who is about 4 to 5 years old. She comes through trance so that we can speak with her. And she complained that I didn't have any toys for her to play with. So one day on a walk, I found this small ball. I cleaned it up and brought it home. I had it ready, and the next seance, I said, "Hey, here's your ball. How do you like it?" And she replied, "This ball is for a dog." So I had to go buy a ball, and she's happy with that. She's happy with that one. The close of the seance is done with a thankful prayer out of respect for the spirits and letting it be known to all that the seance is now closed. It is usually at this point that the table rests on all fours. It's done for the evening. Some of the mediums can see spirits departing, and we need to keep the room dark afterwards because some physical mediums are sensitive to the light after such an event. And spirits have said that in time the sensitivity will decrease to a point that the room doesn't need to be as dark anymore. Sitters who are skeptical are allowed to come as long as they keep an open mind and a respect for the process. One other thing I'd like to add is we have a video camera in which we take recordings of these sessions. This is for our own private use, but from time to time we can see like spirit orbs crossing the screen. So we've seen that, and in fact I have one picture where we got close. It's like you could tell it's not a dust speck, it's something else. It's a circle orb, but it's kind of split. It's kind of strange actually. But anyway, so we have evidence on our camera as well. So if you want to hold a seance, you need to have a medium who specializes in physical mediumship. You need to keep the room dark. You need to have a bowl of water, and the most important thing is you need to offer a prayer for goodwill and the highest intent. Because if you can do those things, you will have a good session. So thank you. And Avery, is there a story you wanted to tell?
Oh yeah. So the funny story that I wanted to talk about was one time the table kept tipping towards me, and it was going wild. And at one point, the whole table went on top of me, like completely like on my legs and on my hands and everything. It was just like, why is this table attacking me? And that was the funny story. It was just like, God, this table really loves me, or something like that. That was the funny story that I wanted to share. So anyways, love the seance. I'm going to be coming to it every single time. And now we're going to hear a song from Tim Mauro. So Tim, come on up. You thought we forgot about you, but we definitely didn't. I'll be right back.
But real quick, can you explain what you mean by a trumpet?
Oh. Well, a trumpet is like a cylinder. Think of a dunce cap. Think of a dunce cap. It's usually telescopic, so that it can be shrunk down small. But it can stand about this high. It's about this high. It's made out of really thin metal, and if it vibrates, that vibration radiates throughout the whole trumpet. So if spirits are doing voices, it gets amplified so that we can actually hear it. So that's the reason why it's the shape it's in and why it's made out of metal. No, not a real trumpet. Yeah, like a big dunce cap. So, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Lynn mentioned this is Father's Day, Dad's Day. I thought of this song about 10 years ago, and I happened to see a picture of my daughter, who was at the age of 4 months, in her crib, reaching up for mobile plush figures, moon and several stars. Reaching, aspiring to touch a star, it may seem light years from where you are. Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideal. From the day I first held you in my arms, I always knew you would bless the world each day in your own unique way, reaching, aspiring to touch a star. It may seem light years from where you are. Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideals. My child, as I watch you grow, there's something that I want you to know. As you move through life's journey, I'll always love you unconditionally. Reaching, aspiring to touch a star, it may seem light years from where you are. Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideal. Beyond your highest ideal. And then epilogue to the song. I was having dinner with my daughter yesterday. She's now almost 25 and just got her CPA, just finished her graduate work a year and a half ago, working for a major accounting firm. So yeah, she's following her bliss.
Thank you. Following the money.
Okay, now we ask for the donation for the church collection basket. This money goes towards rent of this space and any other expenses that we incur. Your gift is greatly appreciated.
These beers.
Infinite Intelligence, thank you for allowing us to gather and share your spiritual knowledge today. With the collection, we will be able to continue our spiritual growth. We will continue to share your gifts bestowed upon us with others. Let this offering be a sign of our dedication to your church. Let it help us carry on the message of spiritualism. Let your light continue to reach out to us. Amen.
Amen.
Now we're going to move to announcements. Invitation. I'm sorry. Before that, the next speaker for the service would be who?
It's going to be you.
Oh, it will be me. Okay, the next speaker will be me. And in inspiration for my next talk, thank you very much, Annie. You gave me inspiration for my next speech. It will be about how I learned that I was a medium. So I will actually be talking about how I learned about mediumship. So I will be delving into that.
Okay.
So please come to the next service. So invitation to membership will be $15 annually with the right to vote in elections. Books and literature, as I said earlier, that is at the back table. There are brochures and flyers, and we hold seances and membership circle classes. Wednesdays is the closed circle, but we will be holding the open seance on June 28th, I believe it is, correct?
Yes.
And the next upcoming membership board will be, I don't remember. You know what? Give me.
Membership?
Yeah.
Well, that's in January.
Okay, we'll be in January, so we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Healing requests are also online through our website, Zelle. You can pay us through Zelle. We have $5 out. Am I reading all this right? Can you?
Okay.
I'm getting a little confused here. I'm sorry about
yeah,
that.
you kind of have run-on sentences. These are two different things, but
Yeah.
requests can be done online through our website because there's an entry for putting in people, and in fact, we don't keep your name. It's just the name of the person. That way, it can be done anonymously. Our bank is now connected with Zelle. Of course, we're kind of late doing this because Zelle is losing popularity now, but it is an alternative for making donations. We use our church email address, which is office.lalchurch@gmail.com. See, we have 5 out of, that's for the fair. Our fair is happening next week. Here's the fair, yay. We got a lot of tables. It's like, I just did the whole layout for everything, and it's like, wow, we pretty much filled up the whole room. So it's gonna be the multi-purpose room over there. So that works out. That's going to be a $5 entry. Last year we did it for free because it was the first time we ever did it. But even Spirit suggested that we charge money, so it's going to be $5 to get in there. I've been trying to put these flyers out. I was told that all Starbucks have a community board. It's like, oh shoot, there's Starbucks right down there. So I went down there and looked. It's like, that doesn't look like a community board. It's like, but I put it up there anyway. And a couple days later, I went by, took a look, it's gone. It's like, oh, okay, that's not a community board. And then I found out Five Guys has a community board. So I went back over to look, yep, there it is. So it's the flyer's up there. And we have a couple signs on the exit of 85 to come on to Cottle. So I put a couple signs there. They've been there for about almost a week now. I checked, they're still there. And what else? I have something in my pocket. Oh, does anybody know anything about Meetup?
Yeah,
you do? Oh, okay. Oh, and you do too? I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit after that. It's like we're going to sign up with Meetup to advertise our church because we need the exposure. So, okay, I'll talk to both of you guys about that. All right. Well, thank you. And that's all that I have.
Okay. Thank you very much for helping me with the announcements. I got a little confused about that. Sorry about that.
Let's get my notes.
Yeah.
Meet up. Like one word. Meet up.
Sounds okay. So today is billet readings. It's now time for billet readings. If you have not done so, now is the time to submit your billets. which will give spirits the opportunity to help you with your request and allow the mediums to exercise their gifts. Ability is a question written down privately and then folded twice. The person asking the question then marks the front with a symbol or a unique mark so that when the medium calls it out, they know the message is for them. The mediums won't know they are reading it for it. Give me 1 second.
There's 8.
Okay, there's 8 of them?
Yes.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 mediums today. And there are, so that would be Annie, Lynn, and myself, and Robert.
Yes.
And Annie, you are one of the newest ones, and I'm going to request that you come up first. There are 8. How many do you feel comfortable with doing today? There are 8. 1. So I will let you do that. And this is actually mine right here.
We usually try to get a message before we open the question.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, you should probably identify what's on there so someone knows who, that they're the ones that wrote it.
Say the symbol.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a moment.
Okay, but tell
tell the
the people
symbol
about
first.
what the symbol is.
Okay, I see a swirl on this piece of paper. A swirl. I'm gonna see if I get anything from this. I see a corridor. So far.
Okay.
You see what? I'm sorry?
Corridor.
Oh, a quarter. Okay.
Okay. Maybe you should look at the question then.
Should I read it out loud?
No, that's private.
So give my interpretation, maybe. Well, I see a corridor, and for me, a corridor represents going through something, transformation, transcendence. In fact, that's what I used in my personal email. Which is Annie, capital T, medium, 11, and the 2 T's in the middle. Well, the first T represents my middle initial, and the second T represents my last name, but I decided to create a corridor with it, so that when I look at my email, I see a corridor, and it also relates to like my last name, trans, which is a prefix in a lot of words. And so I feel like it relates to this reading because I feel that the corridor reminds me of how when one wants to face their fears or go through a challenging situation, that change can happen. Their desires will come true, and that not to worry because transformation is near. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I might as well go next.
Okay.
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 Well, I'm going to take the question marks. There's 3 question marks here. 3 question marks. So I immediately, as soon as I closed my eyes, started to see something coming down. It's like, I have a candle at home that we use for a seance, and it started dripping. It's leaving these rivulets of wax that are solid. So it looks like a waterfall. It's a solid waterfall. But this is the image that I'm getting, all this wax that's been dripping and running. And then it gets cold and it solidifies. So at first it was a mess, then it solidifies, and now it's easier to clean up. But it's kind of pretty when it freezes up like that. You see all these rivulets that are kind of frozen in time. But this is what I've been getting. Mostly white candles, and then there's one red candle with a single line of wax running down. So everything's white and pretty, then you got the one red one. Let's see what the question is. Oh. I don't like that single red line because it looks like blood. It's red like blood. Okay, what is this in reference to? I think it already happened. Because I was thinking of an injury, maybe going to the hospital. It's like, well, that's not a good message. And then I got like a pinprick, and I know that a knife just hit it. So this is something that just happened in the past. So somebody had like a little boo-boo that caused a little bit of blood. And with the other wax, the other wax is almost like a protection around it, because you have this thin red line of wax, and it's kind of fragile, and then you have these big clumpy solid waterfalls of wax that are on either side of it, kind of help protect it, to help heal it. So there's a healing. As in a candle, when you light a candle and it starts running, you have all this running wax, and then it solidifies, and then it stops running again. And it's like, you can touch it and you're fine, you won't get messed up. Coagulating. Okay. Okay, is there anything else I can get from this? I'm getting not to make a mess. Not to have some paper, something laid around on the ground, so that when this wax runs, it'll drip on the paper and not mess up your floor. So it's about something that gets messy and then gets cleaned up. Something that was injured and then gets healed. Oh, that's the message I got. Okay, I'll do one more. I might as well do this one because it's facing me. It's a heart. It looks like it might have some wings on either side of it. So if somebody made this mark. I'm getting like railroad tracks. At first I saw like a scar that had stitches on it, and then I'm seeing a line of railroad tracks with the cross beams, those wooden cross beams with the tie bars that go across. So I'm not seeing the train, I'm just seeing the train tracks, like a path. It's like, now I'm standing in the middle of the tracks, so I'm looking down and I can see that path going down. It usually goes straight for quite a ways, but then it starts to curve out of sight. So this is about a path. This has something to do with a path. And then you start walking it. It's like, it's kind of a hot day, but just walking down that path in between the two railroads, in between the two rails of the railroad. Just walking and walking, following that path, staying on that path, not veering from that path. I would say yes, but not too much, because then you may appear to be greedy. So raise it only to a level that you feel comfortable with. That can help make you happy, so you can be more financially secure. but not too much. I don't know the amount, so I have to leave that up to you. But yes, you can raise your prices, but don't go too high. You'll price yourself out of the market, whatever it is you're doing. So that's my message. Thank you.
Lynn, please.
How many?
2.
So I see a symbol of a heart, neither a face or an 11. Person with a complicated mind, curious, a thinker, always reaching out to know more. And it's good if you align your thinking with your feelings and always follow that guidance that you feel kind of deep in your solar plexus, in your heart. She is very okay. On the other side, she extends her paw to sometimes between worlds. She is comforted by your caring for her. She still comes around your special places energetically to draw love. You will know her again in dreams and other experiences. She could even come back to you in physical form. She loves you. She's loved by you. This looks like a lot of rectangular lines, many lines. The person has a lot of guidance from spirit, more than one guide coming in. So they are, like if you think of the piano keys, reminds me also of piano keys. Sometimes you're between middle C and an octave below, and sometimes you're middle C and an octave above, which is the time that you move into the higher dimension. You perceive a lot of barriers, but there's a lot of open space. And if you listen to the still small voice, to your intuition, to your heart as an answer to prayer, you will be guided through the barriers. Interestingly, by following this, that can come anytime, as soon as now. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's cute. I have to do this one. This reminds me of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's a face that looks like the guy has a hat. The little character has a hat. The hat is like kind of jumping out of his head a little bit. That's really adorable. That is what actually came out at me. And the first thing that comes out at me is it's really funny because I see a scene. I see the scenery of like baseball. That's the thing that really comes at me first. That comes at me really instantly. And the baseball is coming at me at like 90 miles an hour. Damn! The minute I hold this, that baseball is coming at me real quick. I almost want to jump out of the way, but instead, I'm kind of standing there still. Usually, I would have a bat in my hand and I'd be ready to swing at this baseball and hit it. Instead, I'm ready to catch that baseball coming at me at 90 miles an hour with my bare hand. And on this baseball has a message. It is a very positive message. I cannot foresee that message, but you can. It is a positive message, but it is a message for you. It is a message of love. It is a message of peace. And it comes from somebody in your family. This would come from like a male's rate of vibration, like a brother who has crossed over, or someone like that. Because whoever this is coming through younger. I don't know. Whoever it is, this person used to love baseball. I feel. Interesting that you ask that. Love and peace, and I think that whoever is sending you this is giving this to you, yourself. Love and blessings to you. God bless. The other one that really attracts me right now, the one that really pops out to me is the one with the heart. The one with the heart. I feel like it's in the color red, and it's not really painted, but it comes to me in the color red right now. Actually, it's two. There's two. There's one, and then there's another one on top of that, and it's colored red. Really interesting. And the color, oh my goodness, I'm getting chills right now. And I feel like I'm getting hugged. Wow, I feel like I'm getting hugged. I feel like I need that embrace. Ooh. Oh, look. I heard, it's me, it's mom. It's me, it's mom, just want to tell you I love you. I'm here with you. I'm here to let you know that I'm okay. Whoa, and I also just felt like a little bit of a push to keep going forward. And I feel like you have the energy to keep going forward, whoever this is, whoever this message belongs to. And I feel like you already have that gumption. Now, I want to say that word gumption because you have that energy to go forward. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Next one here, oh, I love this, is the sunshine with birds here. Sunshine with birds, and there's rays coming out of it. Rays coming out of it. As I see this, and as I hold it into my hands, I get an image of the beach, actually, as a matter of fact. It's very peaceful, and I actually do see the birds, and I'm actually hearing, I'm getting clairaudience right now of these birds, and I'm actually seeing the birds like flying towards you. And I feel like I can feel like as if I'm barefoot on the beach, and my feet are in the sand. And it just feels like maybe I'm like in San Francisco or something like this. It's very peaceful. I can hear the waves. The colors of the sky really pop out to me as like light blue, and then there's clouds that come through. The message that comes through is peace. Peace, and that what I'm feeling is that you need to sit down and enjoy this peace. Sit down and enjoy this peace. Really. And I'm getting a father figure. Or someone who comes in as a father figure. I'm going to leave that at that. Whoever this is must love the beach. That is exactly how you're going to. Oops. I almost spilled beans, but I'm not going to. But that is how. That is how. And I'm not going to spill the beans. Love and blessings to you. God bless. Thank you all for letting me read for you. And that is all the mediums today. Let's see. It is now time for us to do the benediction. May the peace of the spheres of light be in our hearts. May the consciousness of the God Spirit be with us and throughout the universe. Bless and beautify the lives of humanity now and always. Amen. God bless. Love and blessings to each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You may now.